Hey guys, thank you again so much for your purchase of the no-throw surf system. Get ready for more convenience on the lake, faster pickups, gas savings, and just never having to yell rope again. So we're super excited for you for that. In order to have a good experience with the no-throw, you have to watch this setup video start to finish because we don't want you to go out, not set the no-throw up right, and snap this pole and have to buy a new one. I'm very, very sorry, but we don't warranty them when you set the no-throw up or use it incorrectly and snap them. So stay tuned. We'll go over terms, setup, how not to break your pole, the most important part. So stay tuned, let's get it going. Okay, starting here, this is where you hook your rope on, the toe point. This is your lift spring, there's one on each side. This is your rotational spring. This is your spring pin right here that I just clicked onto and pulled out. Your no-throw tool will hang on to that for you. And then this teardrop plate right here is called your spring plate. This right here is your pole sleeve. This guy right here, that's where you plug your pole in. And then these little nubs right here are your clevis mounts. Clevis mount 1 is opposite where you plug your pole in. So this is clevis mount 1 right here on the back, and they go around clockwise. So clevis mount 1, clevis mount 2, clevis mount 3, and clevis mount 4. Spring pole, pole sleeve, clevis mount 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's talk about setup. So in order to set up the no-throw, first you're going to click onto this little spring pin right here and pull it out. Then you're going to pull your rotational spring off. The very best way to set the no-throw up, if your boat allows, is to point this spring plate out the front of your boat. So I'm going to drop down into this hole right here with the no-throw tool, push down on that pin, rotate once, rotate twice. Now the spring plate is pointed straight out the front of my boat. If you have something here on your boat in front that doesn't allow you to rotate to here, the way you're going to set up the no-throw is you're going to set it up with the spring plate pointed out the left side of your boat. Those are the only two ways to set up the no-throw. With the spring plate out the left side or port side of your boat, the ready to surf position is going to hook on to clevis mount 4. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to hook on here. And then the smartest thing to do now is to give the no-throw a quick test. Okay, to check that you have it set up correctly, if your pole collapsed, just slide it into the pole sleeve, push down on the little button and get it to click into place. Now leaving the pole collapsed just like this, give it a gentle pull backward. And what you're looking for is for this spring to collapse. When the no-throw is functioning correctly, when it pulls backward, that spring will collapse. If when you pull backward, you're extending this spring, the no-throw is set up wrong. Okay, let's say that we now want to go wakeboard. What I'm going to do is click onto your spring pin right here, lift up. I'm going to spin the head around and click on to clevis mount 2. And that is 1, 2. And I'm going to drop the pin back in. Now I just hook my wakeboard rope onto my toe point just like this normally. And then if I cut out really hard and I start to touch the edge right here, the no-throw will actually just push out of the way forward if it needs to. It won't really be a thing, but the side stowed position when the spring plate's out the left because you have something blocking you here is clevis mount 2. Okay, you're done wakeboarding. You want to go back to surfing, click onto your spring pin, lift up on it, pull your rotational spring off, spin the head back around, click onto clevis mount 4, and then be like, okay, when I pull backward, it's going to collapse that spring. Okay, I'm set up correctly. Okay, like I said before, the best way to set up the no-throw is to have the spring plate pointed out the front of the boat. So I'm going to pull my spring pin out, take my rotational spring off. I'm going to spin the head so I have access to this little hole. I'm going to push down, rotate it once. I'm going to push down one more time and rotate it so it's out the front of my boat. The ready to surf position with the spring plate out the front of your boat is clevis mount 1. Clevis mount 1 again is opposite where you plug the pole in. So plug the pole in, clevis mount 1 is there. So I'm going to hook onto it just like this. Okay. I'm going to drop my pin in, and then I'm going to check to make sure that the spring is collapsing when I pull the head backward. So you can see the spring plate's out the front. I'm hooked onto clevis mount 1. Now I'm going to check it real quick. So I plugged my pole in, and I'm going to give it a gentle pull backward. And I see that that spring is collapsing, so I know I'm set up right. Okay, now we want to go wakeboarding. All I'm going to do is click onto my spring pin, lift up, I'm going to pull my rotational spring off, and spin the head to where it's pointed straight out the front of the boat. I'm going to pin it in place. Okay, now I have a toe point I can hook onto here that's completely unobstructed for wakeboarding, air chairing, whatever. Okay, we just finished wakeboarding. I'm gonna click onto this pin. We're going back to surfing. I'm gonna lift it out. I'm gonna pull my rotational spring off. I'm gonna rotate the head back into the ready to surf position and hook back on to clevis mount 1, drop my pin in, and then I'm gonna give it a quick test before I go to make sure that I'm collapsing my spring and that I'm set up right. All right, once you've watched the setup and you really understand how the no-throw works, the beauty of it is it's a set it and forget it product. So now, if it's on the goofy side, it's going to return goofy, right? As soon as I cross over center, it's now going to be on the regular side. So there's zero adjustment anywhere behind the boat to use the no-throw. You just set it up once and forget about it. All right, so with your no-throw, we want you to have a super good experience. And the number one way to not have a good experience is to crack or snap your pole. So in this section, I'm going to go over the couple of ways that you can break this pole and how to successfully avoid doing that on your first time out. Okay, so this pole is 12 feet long when it's extended. So if you pull on the end of a 12-foot pole with 100 pounds of force, it's 1,200 pounds of force right here at the base. So if this gets pulled the wrong way when it's extended, it's going to snap immediately because it's designed to fail to protect your boat and protect the internals of the no-throw. So the number one thing, make sure this pole never gets pulled toward the front of the boat. That's having the boat in reverse while someone hangs onto the handle and goes out toward the bow, or somebody grabs this and just pushes forward on it. Okay, second, just make sure that the path of the no-throw is unobstructed as the surfer gets up. So the first time somebody gets up, have them grab the handle, slowly idle forward, and just watch how this travels and make sure that nothing on your boat is in the way of this pole when it goes backward and when it swings back around the side. Just do a quick check, make sure your boards, your bimini, everything is going to be copacetic as it rotates around the back and returns to the side. And just so you know, we haven't found a bimini, like a standard bimini or a set of board racks that do get in the way. So that's not an issue. I just want you to be aware of everything so you have like an all-encompassing idea of how this is going to work as it comes around the back of your boat. One more way that you can crack your pole is when the surfer has tension on the rope. If you reach up and push on the pole like this, you'll crack or snap the sections off. The pole is designed to move around behind the boat without being touched. So never push on the pole when someone's surfing. So to recap with your pole, the number one thing is to make sure that you set it up correctly where the spring collapses as the no-throw moves around behind the boat. Then make sure that you never pull forward on the pole while you have it in the ready to surf position. And then never have anybody grab it and push on it while someone is actively using the rope. And then make sure that none of your boards or bimini or something that you have sticking up is going to get in the way and cause this to catch or hit on it. I know that can sound a little bit intimidating, but literally just avoid doing those three things and you'll have years of very reliable, very convenient use of your no-throw without any cracked poles. Okay, now we've gone over the setup, how not to break your pole. Let's get your rope threaded. Start at the top, the skinny end, drop the end of your rope through, and then just as you thread it through, just kind of shake your pole. Rope will easily drop through and come out the bottom just like that. Okay, once your rope is through your pole, you're just going to slide the rope through the pole sleeve. Grab it on the back side here with your fingers like so. Pull that rope through and slide your pole in until you get there. You're going to push down on that little button and make sure that it pops out and fully engages out the hole. Then you'll take your rope and loop it over your tow point. Now you're just going to extend your pole. The way you do that is you open this clamp, you pull out this smallest section first. Get your black piece in there, pull that all the way out. There's a stop you'll feel. You don't yank really hard on these sections, don't slam them around, just pull them out until you feel them stop. There's a little bit of red that will show as well. Close your clamp, slide your next one, stop, close your clamp, slide your third section, close your clamp. Okay, to be able to adjust your rope length, we gave you 5-inch loops for the last 7 feet of the rope. And so all you're gonna do is lengthen or shorten your rope using these loops until you're hanging right at the correct height, which I'll show you on the next video. All right, so as you can see, you want the handle to hang just above the water while the person is surfing. Your surf system is deployed and everyone's in the boat, and you'll use those little loops at the end of the rope to adjust your rope length to get to where your handle hangs right there while you surf. Okay, to take it down, just reverse that. Open your clamp, slide your sections back in. I usually grab the rope right here and pull it through just so it doesn't catch on itself. If you park your boat in a boathouse or something, you'll notice that this pole, when it's collapsed, is actually inside the outer edge of the boat. So as long as you have the height, you can just pull into your boathouse, leave everything set up. If you trailer your boat, simply reach over, pull the no-throw off your tow point, push down on your little pin, click your pole out, store this under your seat. Just be a little bit careful that you don't slam heavy stuff on this or slam receipts on it and crack it when it's under your seat. All right, I know that felt like a lot of information, but it really is super simple. Once you have the setup understood, once you have done this once or twice, it's like a 30-second process to set up and take down. It's a set it and forget it product. It's going to add so much convenience. But to recap, with the spring plate out the front, clevis mount 1 is the ready to surf position. With the spring plate out the left side of your boat, clevis mount 4 is the ready to surf position. In order to protect your boat and your no-throw, we designed the poles to fail. So if you use the no-throw improperly, the first thing to crack will be the pole. The way that you can do that, set it up wrong, pull someone to where the pole's being pulled toward the front of the boat, or push on the pole while somebody's hanging onto the rope and under tension. Thanks again for your purchase of the no-throw surf system. Get ready for a true set it and forget it experience that's going to save you headache, time, and fuel. Enjoy the water out there, guys.